Hey everybody, welcome back to 18 Outdoors. This is February 24th, the rat's birthday. So I've already kind of carried her out for breakfast this morning, and we're getting the truck kind of cleaned up and getting it ready for, it just needs to be cleaned up. So we're getting somebody to do that for us. So she's at the house kind of getting ready for our little event we're having this weekend. You know, some serious deer discussion with some guys this weekend. But I'll run out to do a little camera management and do a couple hours of, post-season scouting. And I wanted to kind of talk about something because I have people ask me some, questions, and we kind of need to go over some basic stuff. But right here, you can see this bed. And this is, again, February 24th. So one of the, I guess you could say inside of the main area in one place that I hunt. So not the, I've got say 4 or 5 main areas. This is one of them. This is where I kind of run some cameras year round at, and of course I've got cameras in my backpack, getting ready to, do some other, different places, scouting, looking some different funnels and stuff. So, but I have a lot of questions about, kind of specific things that people really don't, maybe not be aware of, or when they go somewhere else hunting, that it's trying to expand their knowledge. And today's little explanation or question I've had a lot is, what is a secondary point? Okay, so, and that's, we're not going to judge anybody or anything. I mean, that's how you got to ask questions to learn stuff, and I love that stuff. So this is how I'm going to explain it, and and there's a lot to it, a lot more than what people think. So if you get on your topo maps or any kind of topography maps, you got ridges, long ridges, okay? So if you've got a long ridge, and if there's any kind of terrain feature that comes off the same elevation and kind of goes down, or it could go straight out, but sooner or later going to go down, most of them, is a secondary point. In other words, any little point that comes off of a long ridge system, or any little point that comes off of any kind of ridge system, is a secondary point. If it's a smaller point than the system that it's on, so it's going to be a secondary point. So, and this can be at any elevation. People think mountains or hills or whatever. Yeah, slight hills. Just any kind of topography, because generally, especially mature bucks, they're going to pick some kind of place to bed that's got an upper elevation with some kind of security where I would escape. So, and this don't mean it's got to be 1,000 feet up or 10,000, whatever. It could be any kind of elevation. And the reason that is, the main reason is they're gonna get where they can live. Okay, be safe, feel comfortable to bed. So, actually get a nap or something, I'm assuming. So it's just, and they know that they're safe there, or they can at least know that they can get out, or they can monitor things. You're gonna have bucks to bed, or mature bucks to bed, different times of year in different places, and that's situational. They'll bed different in the rut, because they'll have the bed on a wide open point, even at the end of a main point that runs into where 2 hollers come together or something, and just lay there and watch stuff or monitor and kind of rest. So, but a lot of the secondary points, you're gonna have people say, they're gonna say the south side, north side, east side, west side. Well, one thing to always remember, every deer is different. Every mature buck is different, because they got to, they've survived so long, especially on public land, that they don't really care north, south, east, or west. They care to live, and so, sure, on the south facing slopes, south points, south east facing secondary points, when it's cold, the sun comes up, it shines on them. Does love that stuff. Maybe some bucks do. But again, you can't make the deer be where you want them to be. They're gonna be where they feel safe, where they need to be. So always remember that. So it don't matter when you pick out a long point ridge system, and you got secondary points you want to look at all of them. If you're there, look at all of them all you can. Different levels. Make sure you get all of them. Look for escapes and stuff like that. But because even on the north ones are real steep sided systems that got secondary points. You know, a daggum buck or a deer can manage and travel through a lot more extreme terrain than most people think. So don't overlook them places. And a lot of them steeper ones, north side ones, you know, they'll maintain a down thermal for a long time. Even some of them, if they've got a lot of cool water, like waterfall runoff and stuff like that, they'll have a down thermal for crap. I mean, longer than pretty much. It's almost impossible for you to get in there to hunt, you know, without trying to figure out how to get way through the bottom. But a lot of that you'll get seen or heard, so that makes it tough, and that's why a lot of mature bucks will pick that side, you know, the side that runs a down thermal longer. So they use that, you know, as they need it for, you know, for survival. You know, another thing is on some of them secondary points is they bed on them with a constant wind that's coming over their back, and if they get in the right place where the sun's coming up, it'll pull a thermal up to them, and they'll have two winds, you know, two sets of winds coming to them, and they can distinguish, you know, if it's coming from the back or the front, you know, because they have that kind of nose. You know, we don't, basically. I mean, I guess we could if it smelled something strong, but they figure out places to their advantage, you know, especially the longer a buck lives. I mean, and he'll find them places at, you know, you got to kind of think of it as you get up at daylight and do all your stuff in the daytime. I mean, that's your type of life, most people. So, well, a deer, you know, especially mature buck, nighttime is their thing. So while we're in home in bed, they're out traveling, they're running all these places. They find them places at night with their nose and stuff. They can tell what's come through there the last, you know, by boot tracks or whatever over the last weeks. So then they learn that, you know, and then they monitor them places, you know, when they're out doing their rounds at night, you know. So, and they learn, you know, where different food systems is, and at times, you know, the south is not as bad, and it's just me, my thoughts is they'll just bed where they're safe. You know, in the north or somewhere it gets real cold, like in Alabama, we've had so much cold here lately. There ain't a deer alive in Alabama right now that's had this much cold in its life in a month span. So they had to adjust to that. So to save calories and stuff, and they know pretty much now, you know, deer season's over with, they are bedded closer to food or whatever kind of browse they got, because they just wasted so many calories staying warm that they're, you know, it's kind of a struggle. So that's all situational. So that's why, you know, and you know, if the woods pretty much stay the same, there's not been a bomb go off or some crazy cutting or some kind of crazy developments, you know, big bucks, when they find a place, they'll keep that as, you know, in their mind as a security place. You know, I mean, it is. You know, they might adjust, you know, when they don't have to bed in one specific place. Say here where we're at in Alabama, because, well, you got a bunch of places. So they'll pick out a place close to what the situation is. If it's survival, if it's monitoring does, if it's staying close to some food, or if it's, you know, right now they're recovering, so they're bedded up, you know, close to some kind of food, some kind of briar or whatever that's getting, or some kind of browse, maybe food plots or something that's no, you know, because the hunting season's over with, there's no pressure, so they build back up now. So a secondary, always remember, secondary point, long ridge system, anything that comes off of it, you know, look at it. When you're doing your postseason scouting or buck bed looking or shed hunting, all that, look at all them, you know. So, and that's just a, you know, basically a simple explanation. Long ridge, or even a short ridge, anything that comes off a system that's smaller than the ridge it's on is a secondary point. So any little hub. So I always look at them. I'll just try to look at every one of them, and sometimes they'll be, you know, there'll be something that comes off a lot lower elevation off of something that's, you know, say a pretty good hill or a mountain or something. So you got to kind of, it might take you, you know, if it's a long system, it might take you years to look at all these places. But try to remember that, you know, that's one thing. I'll go over, you know, something else later. I've got some more questions about just some basic stuff. So, you know, so just remember that. And, you know, we hope we're out there postseason scouting now. It's the time to do it. You know, it's warming up right now. We just got through with some more low 20s. So, So I'm out going to try to do some stuff and try to do some crappie fishing and stuff, get some fish in the freezers. But right now I'm making about a 3-hour scouting trip. So of course I found this bed right here. So I'd like to find a shed. I pulled a camera that was a cell camera. This battery's done dead. So turned it on. It looked like it didn't have no. It said it only had 4 pictures. That's about all I got all year. So it's trying to keep tabs on an individual buck during the season, thinking, but the way the acorn crop was, it changed that, and he didn't. If he come by the camera, he didn't come by in front of it. So I didn't get a picture but one young buck on this camera. So, and I'm gonna make some more rounds over the next couple weeks and pull a few more cards that I haven't pulled yet from that run all season this past season. So, but we'll keep y'all updated. And hey, looking forward to seeing y'all next video. If you haven't liked, please subscribe. And we're looking forward to all these shows coming up. Gonna do a video about what shows that we're doing, because we've added one this year. Just got off the phone last week with a group, and we're gonna be showing up there. So again, looking forward to seeing you. Hey, if y'all was up that Weaver Deer Hunters Hangout, man, there was some nice bucks. 20 bucks that were over 139, I think is what it was. And that were scores. That's amazing. So anyway, looking forward to seeing y'all. Please like, subscribe. See y'all. Get them flat. Hey everybody, thank y'all for watching the videos. Well, again, we appreciate y'all's support. If you haven't liked, please like, subscribe. And you don't care if you haven't got one of our books, check out Amazon and get a book. Also, we got a link on there where you can, on our YouTube channel, where you can go on. We got a little store set up. Like if you're interested in any kind of merchandise, shirts and stuff, you can check that out. And we really appreciate anything like that. So again, we appreciate y'all's support. Keep watching. We're gonna keep trying to share the outdoors and how we do some things, and try to help everybody that we can enjoy the outdoors. And we do this for just basically because of the environment and the community that's involved and built around hunting. So again, we appreciate y'all. Like, share, and we'll see y'all again.